Well, time's finally here. Time for Terabithia to sign those papers and kick rocks.
Whoa, that's like fucking mean. You can't say
That's
that.
intolerant.
Say you're sorry!
Fine. Let's get to the video. Alright guys, the time is finally here. The video you guys have been asking for, and I keep delaying it, pushing it back. Well, it's finally here. Finally going to do a quick breakdown on my dual PC stream setup. You know, the two PCs back here that everyone keeps asking questions about. Well, I'm going to kind of break down my layouts, what's going on in each PC. Also going to show you how I have everything wired up so I can hear both PCs. So yeah, let's we're gonna kick in some video slides. I'm gonna kind of disappear because no one wants to look at this the entire time, but we're gonna kind of break down some picture slides to break everything down. If you guys have any questions, make sure you put down in the comments down below. I like to read through the comments and everything like that, or you can join the Discord. Again, click on the link down below. So let's kick right to the slides. All right, we're gonna start this video off by doing a little bit of a breakdown of my two PCs, and we'll get into how it's wired up. So first we have my game PC. It's got a 9900K. It's got a 360 Corsair AIO. It's got an MSI Z390 Godlike motherboard. Motherboard's a little OP. I was doing dual graphics cards back when I had a Strix Asus board, but the motherboard actually got damaged by how much heat they were creating. Eventually, I actually ended up going to one GPU instead of two GPUs, just because SLI is really not a thing anymore, or I should say NVLink, which is what it was before the 30 series came out. I have M.2 drives throughout the whole computer. I have a 1600 watt power supply. It's a little OP for what I've got going on in there, but I wanted to make sure I never had an issue with power delivery. It's loaded up with 12 Corsair ML fans. I love those fans. I can't say enough about them. They're great fans. I have my Go XLR hooked up to my game PC with the USB, and I'll kind of show that in the breakdown. I've got my Yeti mic for my game chat and for Discord. For those that keep asking that question, I have Discord on my stream PC, and the reason for that is if I just want to get on the computer and game, I don't have to have both PCs running when I do that. Versus if I had it on the stream PC, well then it gets a little more complicated. I've got a mixture between Razer and Logitech peripherals, and I use a Samsung G7 Curve actual monitor, the 32-inch. I also do have a TLC TV hooked up to it, just kind of where I throw all my extra stuff whenever I'm playing games or pulling up stuff or have Discord pulled up, and that's what I have for that one. Now for my stream PC, I have a 9700K, I have a 240 AIO, I have a Maximus motherboard, Asus 2080, again, same Asus 2080 I had originally my game PC. I split them up and put one in each PC. I have 64 gigs of 3400 Corsair just RGB Pro RAM. I've got an 850 power supply in this one. Didn't really figure it was going to need that much power as much as my gaming PC will, because sometimes my gaming PC, depending on how hard I hit it with graphics, sometimes I know it'll pull power. I have ML fans in that PC as well. I have an SSD in there. Didn't have M.2s. Eventually I'll put an M.2 in there, probably when I rebuild it, when I do my 30 series graphics cards, and I go probably to like the 12 series Intel. All you AMD fanboys, I'm sorry. I just prefer Intel. I have a Shure SM7B hooked up to a Scarlett 2 and with a FET head. The FET head just helps with power delivery. So this way I'm not having to turn up the gains as high on the Scarlett. And I love my Shure SM7B. I can't talk enough about the mic. It's an amazing mic, especially if you're really good with the settings. I'm kind of mediocre with it, so I haven't really fully put the mic to its full potential by no means, but it sounds a whole lot better than my Yeti. I liked my Yeti when I first started streaming, but the issue I have with it is that it gives a lot of background noise, and unless you use like a lot of filtering or other programs that help filter it, it's just too much. I have my Stream Deck hooked up to my stream PC. I also have two capture cards. I have a 4K 60 and an HD 60. The 4K 60 obviously captures my video and audio for my game PC, and then my HD 60 actually captures my A5100 Sony camera that I use instead of a webcam. Again, Logitech peripherals on that PC. I do have a Logitech Brio and a C920. The C920 I use for when I have somebody over doing a guest stream, and then I have a Brio that just kind of is my overroom. So now with that breakdown, let's get into how it's wired up, because that's the part that's going to get very, very weird. So first, on this big image right here, you're going to see all of the basic main equipment that I have. You'll see my game PC, my stream PC, my 4K 60, my HD 60, and all that. So all right, so let's talk about the first one. So of course, first, I have my Yeti mic hooked up to my game PC. Like I said earlier, it's for my game chat and for my Discord chat. So this way that If I want to talk in game chat, I can. Also, if I want to talk in Discord, it's hooked up to my game PC, and I don't have to worry about having both PCs on. Okay, the next step is I have my mixer hooked up to my game PC. Now, right there, we'll get a lot of people asking questions of why my mixer is hooked up that way. Well, primarily because I wanted to inject Discord separately. I didn't want to have to run a solid cable out. I might rearrange this because as I've played with the GoXR a little bit more, I've learned a couple other features and other ways I can hook things up. But right now, this is how I have it hooked up. Now, the next thing I have is obviously I have a HDMI going out of my gaming PC into my 4K 60 Pro, which obviously is on my stream PC. Now, if you have an external capture card, basically that's why I kind of left it floating outside the computer. One, not to just show what it's in there, but two, because if it's an external capture card, you could do the same thing. But that's how I do all my game capture. Of course, in OBS, I capture it as a video capture device. Next, I have my DSLR that goes into my HD60 Pro. That goes into my stream PC, of course, so you guys can see my pretty face when I stream. For those that keep getting angry whenever I don't have my face cam on. Then I have my Shure SM7B. I didn't put a picture of the FET head. I couldn't really find a good picture, but there's a FET head that then plugs into the Scarlett 2, and the Scarlett then, of course, goes into my stream PC. This way, the audio that when I am streaming is a better quality, sounds better, I can adjust it better. And like I said, this way I have two different mics, and I don't have to have both PCs on in order to play. After that, I have my Stream Deck. I have that hooked up to my stream PC as well because I can actually control the lighting in my room, mute, unmute my mic, mute the actual game sounds, flip through different scenes and all that stuff. It's a great way of being able to adjust all that, again, because my gaming PC is just for the game and for Discord audio. Now, this is where things get a little tricky. I have an optical output on my computer. Now, what that optical output does is that just plays the music from I don't want to say Stream Beats. Stream Beats is great, by the way. You should check that out. But Pretzel Rocks outputs through my my optical output of my stream PC. It goes into a converter, and then it goes into line level. Now, the reason why I had to do it this way, if I did optical out of the PC into the GoXLR, I was having some weird ground loop issues. So I got rid of that by getting a separate filter or converter, and then going from 3.5 audio into the mic input of the GoXLR. Now, what that allowed me to do is separate my music. So you guys in stream hear the music at a certain level. I don't really have to adjust it. You guys kind of tell me when it's too loud or too little. But what that allows me to do is then in the mixer, I have it set up to where I can actually turn the music up and down on my headset. So if I'm playing like an FPS game, I can turn it down so I can hear like surrounding areas better, or somebody walking, crouching. I can hear explosions better. I can get a better environmental feel. And then, of course, when I'm playing like New World or whatever other game, anything that's not really needing me to really feel that spatial hearing, then, of course, I can turn the music up in my headset. So it's really nice. Now, the other thing that I have is I have a line out of my my mixer, or I'm sorry, line out of my stream PC. Can't think. Going out of the computer and going into the mixer. Now, what that line out carries, that carries all the audio from any alerts or any sounds that play through my stream PC. So when you guys do all the points for, oh my God, it's massive, or anything like that, that audio goes through the line out of my PC into the mixer, again, mixing it into my headset where I can turn it up and down. So it's really nice that way. Then, of course, after that, I have the line out of the mixer going back into the stream PC. Now, what that does is that allows me to pass through Discord audio over the actual game audio that's playing. Again, earlier, you guys heard me say that I had Discord on my game PC. Well, the reason for that is, one, if I want to play on my game PC and not, stream, I can do that. I can only just turn on the one PC, do what I want to do, play, listen to Discord, all that good stuff. Awesome. The second thing that allows me to do is that when I have people in Discord, if they're too loud, I can adjust it on the fly versus actually having to go to like menu, settings, Discord settings, audio, turn people up and down, blah, blah, blah. No, I actually have a slider for it and I can just adjust it on the fly. Or if certain people in my chat can't keep their mouth shut, I can mute the Discord so you guys don't have to worry about hearing them kick and scream and holler, and stuff like that. People, you know who you are. You know exactly who you are. Anyway, so that's kind of a breakdown of how it's wired up. I know it looks crazy. and it looks a little overcomplicated, and there probably is an easier way, but it works best for how I do it, and allowing to me to only have one PC on at a time if I want to, be able to mix certain things the way I want to, given how my PC's reacted to how everything was hooked up. Okay, now to go ahead and cut you guys a breakdown on how I have some stuff set up in my Go XLR. So big thing first, I obviously have my audio set up to output through the chat part of the mixer. And then of course I have my microphone from my Yeti. You guys can maybe see it popping up down below. That obviously does my input, and then chat takes the obviously the people talking in Discord. That's where it goes into the mixer at, is through the chat. Then if you go over here on my normal PC sound, I have the game output going through the game input of the mixer. Again, my input is my mic. And then I have game set as my default for my playback. I have my Yeti for my default for my communication or for my mic pickup. But here's the big thing. This is how I hear everything that goes on in the mixer in my headset. So if you go to broadcast, you go to properties, I have it set to listen, and I have my headset actually selected to listen. So in the mixer, and actually let me see if I can go ahead and pull that up for you guys. In my mixer, so channel 1 I have for my mic, that is the input. That, remember, I have that line out coming from my, I'm sorry, not the line out, but the optical out of my stream PC going into the mixer. This is for the music, even though it's listed as mic, because at the bottom of the actual mixer is a mic input. Channel 2 is voice chat. That is for the actual Discord, so when people are talking, and then I can mute it on the fly if I need to. And then channel 3 is the game, for how loud the game quality is. So obviously if I'm playing FPS or something like that, I might turn it up. If I'm just playing more like New World or something like that, I can turn it down a little bit. And then of course channel 4, that is the actual alerts. So anything that plays through my stream PC. So I have all of it mixed through. This way it comes through my headset. And again, so if I go here to routing, see I have broadcast mix, I have everything kind of added. Well, because of the way I have that added, and then I'm going back into my actual sound settings, I have it set to listen to that channel. Everything that goes on inside of this broadcast mix plays through my headset. It's an awesome way of doing it. There probably, again, is a better way to do it, but that's how I do it. So let's jump over and show you some of the settings on my stream PC. Okay, so on my stream PC, I've got Pretzel Rocks. So if I go to settings and scroll down here, audio output. This is a very big thing. I have my digital output set. I don't have default, because if I had it set to default, it would come through the normal stream, speakers, Scarlett, and all that. I actually have it set to the optical. This is my, the digital output. That's remember, the digital out goes into the mic in on the actual Go XLR, not really being a mic, but more being the music. This way that I can split it in actual my headset. And then in the stream, I actually can have it adjusted to where you guys hear one audio setting of it, and then I can adjust mine on the fly. Then over here on my normal sound settings, I have my normal line out. Remember, again, all the sounds from my alerts play through the desktop. So line out is actually the alerts, everything for my stream PC. Again, that outputs into the line in on my mixer. So then when an alert goes off, it passes through my mixer as well as plays through the stream. This way that I can hear it, turn it up and down. Again, my input on my stream PC is my Scarlett, because obviously that's what my Shure SM7B is hooked up through. And then of course in actual Streamlabs itself, I'm going to try to show you guys this without obviously causing too much chaos. But if I pull that over here and we go to sound, this is basically a generalization of how it's set up. So obviously I have my microphone input, I have set a line level in, because all the audio for that. I've got my game PC, and I have my camera capture. So again, I can turn around and be talking on my Scarlett. I could have, this obviously set up for any game sound that's coming through. I have my game PC, I have camera set if I have it, but if I have alerts, all that will come through as well. And that's pretty much how I have everything set. All right, well, that's a breakdown of my actual dual PC setup. These beautiful things over here, because this is not pretty. But if you guys have any questions, again, in the comments down below, ask your questions or join the Discord, come hang out. Make sure again to join the Discord, hit the accept for the rules and stuff like that. Come chat, come play games with us. Also, Christmas is coming up for those that celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or any holiday that's coming up. Remember, go down below, click on the link to Exotic Enclave, use code FAIL, save 10% at checkout, and do the same thing. Go down below and click on the Glitch Energy link and make sure you use code FAIL again to save 10% on Glitch Energy. You guys have a wonderful day or evening wherever you're at, and as always, keep gaming.